All right, Monday, February 5th. It is 11:20. About 40 minutes before the opening of the European market. I'm going to get started with a new chart, and that's gold futures GC. I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but as of right now, being that the S&P and the Dow and all that stuff is tanking, gold appears to be on the up and up. And with that being said, gold had 1340 was the key resistance level. So I'm expecting either price to come back to 1340 and go above, but I believe everything should start rising from here. And the next level of resistance is 1355, then 1358, 1366, 1370, and then I also have a resistance level. I think that's all I got right now. But there are some more 13s once it gets there or a little bit closer. So if definitely there's no shorts on the horizon, and being that price is kind of consolidating in between the support and resistance level, if you were to buy, you would want to wait till price went from 1345 to closer to 1340, and if this holds, then it should shoot back up. If it doesn't hold, then it's going to go from 1340 to 1330. If you look at it on the hourly chart, you can see, let's see if it does it actually. This website has been kind of acting a little funny. But as you can see, it's been pretty much, this support level has been holding for the last week or two. As you can see, it tested the low here. It tested it almost here. It tested it almost here. It tested it here twice. And but the resistance level of 1367 is also holding, which is this green at the top. So I'm expecting price to make a run to the upside, but keep in mind, if this particular 1340 does not break or does not hold, then it'll be a move to the downside. This is my first day doing gold, so don't take my word for it. I'm just getting started. I do not trade gold as of yet. It's just something that I plan on incorporating into my portfolio. So this is day one. We'll just see how it goes. Moving right along to the S&P. So I still need to update my support and resistance lines, but as of right now, price has broken pretty much every support line that I've had. Actually, the last level of support I had was 2708, and it broke that. So I'm gonna need about another day to get some new levels out there. But it is a high possibility that if you look to the day chart, well, let's try to do this again. Let's see if we can. It is possible that this 2875 could be the top. This is a steep dip. So you figure from 2875 to 2645 is roughly a little bit over 200 points. So one could say that the top is in place, and now you can see an extremely move. That would be basically wave 5 on a weekly chart, which would mean that the correction is going to be very deep, which could potentially go back down to the lower 1500s, give or take, somewhere around that area. But it's too early to say that, so we'll see how that goes. I'll have more analysis on the S&P tomorrow. So I'm gonna move on to Bitcoin Cash. I think when we spoke yesterday on the 4th, I said once price broke the 1130, then it would pretty much continue and as you can see, it's pretty much been a down move from there. Let me see if I can fix these decimals and actuals, precise labels, scale price chart. No, I'll figure it out at some point. But definitely you can see right now the 805 is holding, but the next level would be 640. If this 805 doesn't hold, then it will come down to 640. And if this holds, then it's possible that it could be a decent buy. But if it is going to be a decent buy, it needs to break 1130, which is the turquoise. So keep in mind, being that price is kind of hovering around this 805 area, you really can't do much because it can continue lower. So you don't want to buy and then it continues lower. You kind of want to wait it out. Because what you can start doing is seeing some choppiness between 990 and 805. If it continues lower and then 640 holds, that's possible a good buy. So just keep your eye out on that. Moving right along to Bitcoin, and as you can see, I've said for the last few weeks that Bitcoin had the potential of going to 6,000. As you can clearly see right now, it's at 6204, 6200. The next level of support is 5945. If this holds, then you would need a break and some volatility that will bring it back up to 8,000. If it goes above 8,000, 8,400, that should signal some strength to the upside. On the flip side, if it continues lower and it breaks through 5945, well, then the next level is 4901 and then 4449. So it's a good chance that price would find some support at the 5945 area. But hey, with this particular crash that's been happening, definitely I don't see any room to the upside just yet. Maybe the end of the week, maybe next week. So it still may come down. As you can see, I think just yesterday it was it was at almost over 9,000 or so, and it went from 9,000 to 6,000. So there's definitely no signals to the upside in sight. If you look at it on a daily chart, I put my C here, where the C currently is right here. I put that there yesterday. Price was way up here. Price was like right here. This is an impulsive drop, which is, basically it could be that this is the A, where my A is. This is the B, and now you have a 1, 2, 3 here, a 4 there, and then you got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. It's possible you have one more move, and that one more move may drop down to a low 5,000. It may drop down to a low 5,000, and at which it'll be about 5,500, 5,400, somewhere around there. So if the 6179 or current low does not hold, look for the lower 5,000 to hold, and then it's possible that we will see a buy from there. But I said it when price was at 10,000 that it can go to 6,000, and it did. So hey, I guess I was lucky. Moving on to the last chart of the day, and that's going to be the euro dollar. So I don't know where we were at yesterday, but I've been in this. I got in again at 24.70. I believe price was somewhere around here yesterday, and I had this as a 1, 2, and not much of this was here, but I expected that. That's why I'm up 82 pips. I'd already took out half of my contract when I went to this particular level of 123.66. So I took out a little over 100 pips, and I exited one contract or one half of a contract. I expect one more move to the downside, but price would need to break 23.25 in order for it to continue to lower levels. If it holds either at current, which is 23.51, then you may see another move up that could potentially go to roughly somewhere near 24.10 at the highest, maybe 24.20. If it breaks through 24.20, then you may have a stronger potential to the upside, which basically would mean that you're still in the triangle. This is the A, this is the B, and now you have wave C here. And then basically the C is done, so you would have A, B, and then C. So you would basically have a move back up for D, and then you'll have a move down for E, and then you would have an extreme move to the upside. So you can play it both ways. Either way, I knew price was going to drop, which was hence the reason why I stayed short. I'm not going to exit just yet. As you can see on this particular 0.5 Fibonacci at 24.07, price found a bit of resistance, and then it broke right back under the other support of 23.96. So you just may see a move to the downside, but if it hits here and it doesn't hit the doesn't break the 23.25 level, for sure you may see a move to the upside, because 23.20 could signal the end of wave C, and it will go just below wave A at currently 23.35 or so. So if the turquoise blue found support, that can be the wave C is done. That means wave 4 is done, and now you have a move that will go above the top, which will be a go above 3, and it's more than likely to go to the levels of near 127. So we're not there yet, so I'm not going to put too many resistance levels. If you look at it on a larger time frame, I mean, it's still the same as yesterday. You have wave 3 in place, you have A, you have B. This could be C. It could be a triangle, and then at that point you will have D and E, or this can be wave 3 of C, and now you have a move up that should not go above 124.20, and then another move to the downside that will probably find its support hold at about 23.20 or so. If it continued lower, well then this is A, and B and wave C would probably end more near the levels of 22, below 22, which will be close to wave 4 of one lesser degree in this particular area. So that's a high possibility as well. Hope this helped. Enjoy your trading. Happy trading. See you tomorrow.